We would blow every, I don't know about you, but I could just take the littlest thing and just turn it into a catastrophe. Like, so here's the big key. Last year, I decided that we were going to that we were going to really have we were going to start Christmas early. So actually, I started Christmas the day after Christmas. I did. And because it starts the day after Christmas when you start evaluating what happened, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what you want to go forward with, and blah, blah. So the first thing I want you to do is to start planning early. Like all my gloves and stuff, they're already made. The hand creams aren't in, but they're already made. So I want you to plan early. I start planning Christmas the day after Christmas. And the number one reason I do this is to eliminate stress. So if you guys are starting to work on your Christmas stuff now, you're eliminating so much stress. Because you're trying to do it like 2 days before your open house. You're hysterical. You're not going to your meeting for a month because you gotta make stuff like, I mean, I go to my meeting and I have to make a whole lot more than you. So I need you to understand that the more time you allow yourself, the more effective you'll be and the less stressed you'll be. Now what is it if you were making like a couple of gloves at night or a Saturday now or you've already, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's that. And remember, it's a mindset. Now this is the most important thing that I teach, and it's if you have to decide how much money you want to make. And you have to decide that today. You have to decide that now. This is the most important decision you will have to make because it determines how much activity you'll have to do. Now, I have a terrible habit, terrible habit, and that habit cost me a lot of money. It almost cost me my leg as well, but it cost me a lot of money. I'm a jock, and I am an avid snow skier. I used to race snow skiing, so I skied every weekend. I'm a big water skier. I water ski. I have a boat, and all that habit cost me $5,000 a year. So by the time I buy my boat and slip and skiing every weekend and race fees and all that kind of stuff, it is a $5,000 habit. So Christmas to me, I'll do anything at Christmas time. You kidding me? I have people say, well, if you don't have a good Christmas, that means you just won't go skiing once. Are you on crack? No. See, now, so when we talk about how much money do you need, it has to be, because you guys are so stressed, it can't be for that bill that you have, because you got that bill now and you're not doing it. It's got to, it's got to be something that means something to you, that you're willing to work hard for it. It could be, for me, it's my sports, and it also pays for my taxes every year, pays for my sports and my taxes. And so I have a reason why I do Christmas, and I have a number I want to hit, which I'll share with you. And then, what is it? What would you be willing to work for? Would you be willing, because you've always wanted to take your kids to Disney? I never did take my kids to Disney. Now it's their turn to take their kids to Disney. None of us going to go with them. I just never got it together to take the kids to Disney. But what is it? Is it that? Is it, how would you feel if you wrapped up a truck payment for your husband? What would it be that would be so exciting to you? How about a credit card free Christmas? What would it be like to you if you had $1,000 or $2,000 in your hands at the end of Christmas? And you didn't have to charge not one thing for Christmas. What would that mean to any of you guys? Would that be a good thing? Mm-hmm. Would you like that? Yeah? No? Yeah?
Yes.
See, I have to get you beyond because you won't get excited enough to do it when you're exhausted. So that's the point. So here we go. My goal every year, because I turn my house into a store. I have a Frank Lloyd Wright house. It's a protege house. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a famous architect. And Falling Water, which is a famous home, is right. It's like 2 hours from us. So protege houses were built in our area. Chicago has a lot of them. And it's all in the woods, and people want to see it. And they want to come. So when I moved there 8 years ago, I decided to turn it into a store at Christmas time. So from November 1st to December 25th, I turned my house into a store. And I'm not telling you to do that. But I'm not telling you to do that. But I live alone, and it works for me. So my goals are going to be different. So the numbers I'm going to throw out to you are different. So my goal, and Gina and I talked about this, my goal, even 100 years ago when we were making the boxes and my dad was going, isn't it exquisite, has been to do $100,000 at Christmas. Now, I know, that's everything, that's Mary Kay and the stuff. And I've never did it. See, but I haven't stopped. For 25 years, it's been my goal. I told her this year I think I might make it 200. I haven't even hit 100 yet. But last year we did $14,000 with the Mary Kay, and I sold $54,000 out of the house.
Wow.
So, yeah, in 6 weeks. So whatever I bring in has to be all gone in 6 weeks. So now and the reason why I tell you that is because what happens, I make a commitment to make that store exist. And at the end of 6 weeks, it has to be gone, okay? It doesn't matter if no one comes to my open house, because I gotta figure out another way to get rid of all that inventory. So that's my mindset, that's why I'm successful. You can take any number you want. So now if I wanna hit $50,000, and I wanna hit $20,000 with the Mary Kay, $50,000 in the house, am I gonna do the same as a girl that wants to make 1,000? No, your activity level is different. That's why you have to know how much money you want. And when you're dreaming, you can't dream reality. You guys want to dream reality. Well, I think I might be able to sell $50 worth. Oh, you're not so loud. That'll get you to McDonald's. Like, you know, when you're dreaming, a dream is not reality. It's what you wish it would be, right? So here we go. If you're brand new, your goal, I'm gonna tell you what your goal is. I'm gonna tell all of you what your goal is. If you're brand new, the least you can want to have in your pocket is $1,000 cash. And because we're gonna keep math easy, that would mean you'd have to sell $2,000 worth, right? So if you're brand new, you've been in Mary Kay one day, your goal is to sell $2,000 in that 6 week period of time. That's not even a $500 month. That's like, or what is it, $1,000 month? Like a $200 week, $250 a week. So those guys, your goal could be $2,000. You know, and the goal isn't supposed to blow your mind. The goal is supposed to inspire you to keep working towards it. And you guys take the goal and have it blown your mind. And then you're disappointed. I've never been disappointed that we haven't hit 100, but I sure do tap dance like, oh, 25 years, I'm almost there. Or like almost there. Because it's not reality. You know what I mean? But it makes me work towards it. If you're a seasoned consultant, then your goal can't be less than $4,000 retail sales with $2,000 in your pocket. There's no reason why you guys can't do that. That's not even hard. It's not hard. And I don't care if you've only done a $50 week. Christmas changes all the rules because people buy gifts all the time. And when they come in and they buy 5 gloves, it's $120, or it's $100, or it's a $75 sale, and all they bought was 5 pairs of gloves off of you. So it's easy, and so you can't think about, you make it so hard that you stop and you never even go through with it. Can you believe that? You agree with me? Okay, so we're not doing that, right? Okay. So you have to know how much money, and since I already told you, and if you want to do more than that, that's just super duper wonderful. And if you pick a big number, get excited about trying to reach it. How many of you feel like you're in a Mary Kay for the long haul? You're going to be in it for the rest of your life. Well, if that's the case, then every year you want to get better at it. You want to get better and better and better at it. So that's that. So that's the most important thing. Christmas is 7 weeks long. So inventory here's the next thing you have to do. You have to inventory last year's packaging. Haul out all the stuff that you own and see what you've got. You have to have it all out now. We shot a website for my basket business this year, and we had to do it in July. And in order to do that, I usually set up, my garage is set up like a workshop. In order to haul out the 3 things of Christmas that you've got, we had to set everything up. So I've been set up for Christmas since July, literally set up so that I could reproduce this kind of stuff. So get all your stuff out. You have to haul it out from wherever you got it. Get it out now. Get your station, whatever you do, if you make it in the basement or wherever you make it, get that ready now. So that you're not stressed out and you know what you already own, because you don't want to rebuy it. I know about you, but I keep buying the same stuff over again, like, I already had that. So you want to get that stuff out, okay? Now you have to inventory your Mary Kay. How many hand creams? Now this is important because we don't have, the company didn't introduce a separate Christmas line. So these are the products that you're going to use to sell for Christmas. These are giftable items. And it is hand creams, go figure that one, leg energizer, lip balms, 3-in-1 shave, hydrating lotions, and satin hand sets. Now, those are gifts. So how many of each of those do you already own? The majority of you probably only have one or two of each, I would imagine. So, now as we go, you're gonna find out how much you need to start adding to all your orders going forward. Now, here's the other thing you have to do, you have to do it today. You have to pick your open house dates now. You have to know when they're gonna be. And if you're not doing an open house because they weren't successful, can that idea, and you're gonna do another one. Because instead of quitting, you're gonna figure out what you need to do to make it successful. And and open houses don't have to be at your house. An open house can be at a public place, it can be at your mother's house, it can be anywhere. And you'll see, I'm gonna show you an open house on that table. So it doesn't have to be a big deal, but I think you need to do it, and you'll know why when we get to there. So you need to pick those dates. Now, I have found that girls that don't do open houses, if they don't pick the date, they never do it. Because they're gonna like, I'm gonna do that next, I think, yeah, in 2 weeks I'm gonna do it. Those girls, if they don't have the date picked now, they never do the open house. And if you wanna have that stress-free Christmas, you're gonna plan your business. My business, I know exactly what I'm gonna do every single month of the year, because that's what a retailer does. So, I know what my promotions are in September not as a director, as a store. So I know what I'm gonna do every month. So my open house is the first week in November, and the people are calling me. It's always the first week in November. So it's like November, I do mine for a week. And I've been sending out save the date cards already, and I'll pass this around. So people call me and wanna know when my open house is, and we started last week sending around save the date cards, and that's a trend. Now you have to save the dates before you have the wedding thing. Yeah. So now we do save the date cards, which is not my invitation, and I sent them out in September. They'll go out this month for November, and then they'll get their invitation in the mail. So again, look at, people are so busy, they need to plan as much as you need to plan in order to have all this happen. Yeah, I know you're starting to give me that look like. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So before we even start, can you see some of the things that possibly you might have been shortchanging yourself on? Because I know you guys all start like the week before. And we take the week before just to mark stuff and to be on the phone to get people there. When you're running around trying to do this, I'm doing the most important part, and that's getting people there. Then you run out of time and you never get people there, right? Yeah, so we're gonna fix that. Okay, so that's that. So you gotta pick your open house dates today. And I believe, we're gonna talk about that. I believe that they should be early, and the reason for that is this. We started, when I had the store, we started the 1st of November, because you want every hour possible to get people in your space to make as much money as you can make. The girls that hold their open houses in December or at the end of November, they do nothing the whole month because they're getting ready for that December open house. So they shortchange themselves 4 weeks because they're fixing to get ready for that open house. And when I'm selling thousands, you guys are making baskets. So it doesn't matter what happens at your open house, because at the open house, they'll buy 1 or 2 of these. It's the rest of the season that they come back. They'll go, do you have any of those gloves left? I need 5 for my sister, I need 2. So they come back all season. And so you guys already got discouraged because 3 people came in your open house and you gave up, and you're not allowing yourself to have the success because they keep coming back. Now, I do that first week, and remember, my whole house is set up as a store. I have my bed. That is it. I'm not joking. I have my bed. That is it. And during the week, I do all private parties. Now, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about my wording. I do private parties. They think it's like a big deal. They come to my, we do private parties all the time. That's what I've been doing for 31 years. Private parties. But you add the word private in front of it, and it becomes this big old whoop whoop. Like, I need a private party at Andrea Peters' house. Like, okay, whatever. And they're booking them now. They're already booking. So I want to do 5 a day, 5 a week if I can. And then we're open every Saturday. The more hours that you're open, that people can come to you, the more opportunity you give them. So we used to do it 3 days. Then I needed more money because I wasn't making enough money. I wanted to do more, so then I added a day. then we added the day, and then we added the day. So now it goes from Tuesday to Sunday is my open house, and then we're open every Saturday. Now, because I'm open the whole season, you know, now you know why I sell so much stuff. Because I give people all the shopping opportunity that they get from a retailer. Now, I know we all have families and stuff, and we'll talk about that as we go, what works for you. Now, you'll find, I gotta throw it all out there, and then you gotta pick the pieces you think that works for me. But this part doesn't change. You have to be in front of people, and you have to have a lot of hours available for them to shop off of you. Would you not agree with that? I mean, would you like it if the store was only open 1 hour after school? And see, and that's what's hurting you. It's not what you're doing, it's what you're actually not doing that is limiting your earning potential during the holidays. I find that, you know, some people, you know, this applause, this particular applause, the one we just got, don't listen to any of the stuff that they wrote in here on Christmas. I'm sorry. Don't listen to any of this stuff. Now, I'm open every Saturday from November till Christmas. The worst weekend I have, the worst numbers, the lowest numbers I have is when? Yes, it's the Black Friday thingy, Julie. Yeah. They're out. They are out. They are not coming. But this lady here, this is when she holds hers. She holds hers that weekend, and it's my slowest weekend. So I would say that if you don't, I have a girl in my unit that was number 12 in sales, so she sells. She does hers the same weekend I do. She does Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's good for her. And her open houses are between $4,000 and $6,000. Wow. And she lives, nobody there. Where I live, there's no people. I live in a town of like 12,000 people. Where she lives, there isn't even hundreds. It's not even as big as Mary Ann's. It's like, there's nobody there. The fair, I'm serious. How do you explain to someone there's nobody there? There's a fairground, but they're not there. And I think they have a gas station, and they have a Dollar General, and they have them everywhere. You got Dollar General, and that is it. Serious. And she does $6,000 at her open house. And the other part about Lavina that you guys don't know is she was raised Amish. So she was Amish until she was 21 years old. So it's not like she's selling to her Aunt Matilda and her mom. So she has no family. She built this business strictly by selling product and by following my lead. She does everything I tell her to. I mean, to the point where it's hysterical. I mean, she does everything I tell her to, and she's the most successful person in my unit. And then my other girls, another big weekend that they're very successful is the weekend after that. So that's like the 7th, 12th, 15th-ish. That's a good week. And then the ones that are later, the ones that don't listen to me and are kind of later, their open house totals start going down because people are caught up in everything. And by the time they hit your house, they've already spent money, and they don't come back because they've already spent money. Where mine, they see it and they keep coming back the whole season. And they bring people back. So that's why I want you to do an open house. The other thing is, at an open house, they buy one of these and they buy $100 worth of Mary Kay. They buy their cleanser, they buy their eyeshadows, they buy lipsticks. I'll sell 100 lipsticks at my open house. They just, oh, I need it. So I don't know how you shop, but when I go Christmas shopping, I have a sack that's this big for me, and then I got this kid's an outfit. Here's what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you trends, and I'm teaching you buying habits of women. So guys, I mean, you ought to be all over this stuff. But we don't sit down and analyze what we do. So does this make sense? Yeah. Okay. We agree? Make it okay, so that's why you have to do open houses and why you have to pick your date now. Now you've got 2 months to plan for that, not 2 days or 2 weeks. Don't you feel better already? Yes. Yeah. Okay, now the next thing you have to do is you got to get a gift box ready. You'll understand what this is later. But this is a paper box and cover it. So covered in gold or silver that is solid color. You need to get that ready. Do that now. Get the paper box. Find a girlfriend that, paper, reams of paper come in this. So it has a lid that comes off. You know what I'm saying? You can't use a Mary Kay box. You need those paper boxes. The lid comes off. Yeah. Okay. We need that. Gotta do that. Okay. So we're gonna do it now. Have your son around it while he's watching TV. Okay. Now the next thing is you have to order your packaging. I'm gonna show you packaging, and the reason why all this developed is because it's cheap, and anybody can put it together, and it gives you a good finished product. But you gotta order it now, so that you can start making it up now. I don't know. What? Anna Jane, what's that beautiful lady sitting beside you?
Tony.
Tony? Well, see, Tony and I think exactly the same. And we shop in all the finer places. And Tony and I already have our socks and gloves and stuff because we bought it when they were closing them out last year. So, and we bought the exact same thing. This is amazing. This girl is my hero. So now when you already own the packaging, then you can start, all my gloves are made up, all my socks are made up, all these gloves that I sell to you guys are already all made up. They're just sitting there waiting for hand creams to go in them. So you want to buy your packaging now so that as you start ordering your Mary Kay, that it's already done. And you know, sit down one weekend or one afternoon with your girlfriend and just have a ball making this stuff. And I don't make any of it. I have girls that make it all now, I don't even do it. And now you have to start ordering your Mary Kay products now. Now, if the Star Quarter ends tomorrow, and I think that you guys should fill up on finishing your stars. How many of your stars are going to be stars? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And those that aren't, this is your opportunity to finish it because you need it anyhow in order to go ahead and start making this stuff. Being a star is so important because that's only selling $300 a week. And the reason why you don't hit that is because you don't track it. At the end of the week, you know, you're going to your meeting right, 2 minutes before trying to do a weekly summary, even if you ever even give us one. And, which means you didn't total what you sold. And if you don't total what you sell, then you're not hitting anything. You know what I mean? You're not making, I make Christmas happen. I make $1,000 week every week happen because I want that kind of income. I make it happen. I don't total it at the end of the week to see what I ended up with. Do you see the difference in that thought process? Years ago when I was going to do Queen's Court for the first time, my national, who was Lawala Gunner at the time, said, take your weekly summary sheet and put a sticker up here. Put a post-it note up here. And if you want to hit $300, right, put 300 up here, but she picked a number of 1,000 for me. And that was 30 years ago. My goal was $1,000 a week, 30 years ago. So I put 1,000 up here, and every time I sold something, so put 300 up here, every time I sold something, you mark it off. So if you sell hand cream, you have 300 minus 10, now I have $290 to go for the week. And if you do this, I promise you, you will do National Queen's Court sales this year. The weeks that I can have $1,000 on here, have nothing on my books and hit it. The following week, if I don't do this post-it note thing, I'll sell 200. Honest to goodness. Lavina did Queen's Court every year since she started doing that. So we do it for Christmas too. I need to sell $1,000 a minimum a day. It's my goal for Christmas. So if that's the case, and if that's the case, then you don't isn't that your reason to pick up a phone? Say, I'll go, I was in a grocery store and Susie said she needed a cleanser. I don't know if you do stuff like that, but I forgot all about it. So I know that you call Susie, because that's how you start. Well, you do the same thing for Christmas. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Okay, so now we're gonna start ordering products, and now we're gonna get into here. Okay, now we're gonna get into pricing and discounts so that you know how much to order. Everything that I'm gonna do, I can't go that way. Sorry. I'm following the camera, I forgot.
No, I'm following you.
You're following me? All right.
You do what you need to do, I'll follow
Well, I'll
you.
go this way because it's easier. It's gonna give me and skip me on here. Okay, everything that you're going to do for Christmas, you're gonna double. So for example, if you buy these gloves and they're $3, you're gonna double them and they're gonna be $6. Then a hand cream is $10, so this would sell for $16. This box, now you need to get my box sheet out so that you understand what I'm talking about. This box is my hand cream box and it's 60 cents. So it doesn't cost you anything, a hand cream goes right in here. We wrap the hand cream in tissue paper, you stick it in here, and I'm gonna show you how to make one of these. Oh, darn it, I didn't bring the right one. I'm gonna show you how to make one of these. And then you put your bow on it. This is my #1 seller, it always has been. Here's the thing that, this is gonna look in you guys' face. you can make a living doing nothing but selling this. We had a director, one of the, Karen's directors, who sold $15,000 worth of this. That's all she sold. She sold them to companies, she sold them to people, that's all she sold was this glove. Now, I have found the best gloves are Dollar General, they're $3 for this glove. Walmart has them, and you do not want stretchy gloves. And you're not, Melanie, we do not give stretchy gloves as a gift. They're ugly. They're ugly. They're ugly. So here's the word is gift. Go buy their own stretchy gloves if you're gonna use them for stuff. But you want it to be a gift. Now, would you like to receive that, looking like that? Well, at my house, they're all different. This is leftover ribbon. We have a big box at the end of the rolls, we just stick in the box. And my girl has already made up 65 pair of these. I usually sell about between 70 and 100 every year for the last 20 years. Wow. So you think, well, I did it last year, I can't do it again. No, for 20 years, I've been selling this. Now, where we live, it's cold. It gets cold here though, doesn't it? Well, kind of cold. Well, where you think it's cold. Where I live, it really is cold. And gloves get kind of skanky. By the end of the year, you don't know where they are, and people need new gloves. And people like giving practical gifts. So, and the other thing about this particular gift is it's a guy can give it to his secretaries. It's neutral. It's a neutral gift. It's whatever. So at our house, they all look different because we use leftover ribbon, and they don't even know what's in the box or care. They're buying it by the bow. They actually buy this box by the bow, and I'm going to teach you how to make bows like this. But they buy it by the bow. So this is my #1 seller. If all of you in this room, the least that you can do is a dozen. I would do around 24. Now, if you have 24 of these to start, you're going to sell them. And you know why you're going to sell them? Because you're going to try to sell them. You're going to try to sell them. If you're looking at 23 of them left, you're going to figure out a way to sell these puppies. I have none left at the end. None. Every year. No matter how many I make, I have none left at the end. So it's a $16 gift, and we sell tons. And women buy 5 at a time. They'll buy them for all their girls at work. You really can't buy much today for that price point. Now, speaking of price points, we're going to go ahead and talk about price points. When you're buying for your family, if you're buying for a sister-in-law, sister, something like that, how much money do you spend on that particular gift, roughly? 25, yeah. It's between $25 and $30 today, $20 to $30. And how many of those do you have? 2. Unless you're love and you have 10. But you have a couple. That purchase price point are a few. Would you not agree? So you can't have your open house or all your gifts being at that price point and up. The other category is we buy for teachers, gift exchanges, co-workers, secret pals, girlfriends. And what's the price point on those gifts? It's between 10 and 15, but today we really can't do anything for 10. But now, if your goal is 15, you'll buy this for 16. Last year we had to increase the price of them because the gloves went up. But they'll spend that. So now, how many of those gifts do you buy? A 10. Yeah, they buy a bunch. So I have one sister-in-law, and I didn't buy for her. Years ago, we just decided we would just take care of the kids that we wouldn't buy for each other. My brother and I, we don't exchange gifts. And I think a lot of people have that category too. So all the gifts that those women buy are in the 10 to 15 category. So you have to have a lot at this price point. That's why this table is full of it and not at a higher price point, because you need less of them. You'll still sell them, but you need less of them. So when we go into this catalog, we go back into this little catalog here, little Mary Kay catalog. Do not buy those bundles, because those bundles are $55, $110, $67, $58 is what they're showing here, plus the other bundles. The price points are, plus they're not gifts. You don't buy people eye cream as a gift, right? Now you'll buy your mother one because she asked you, do I need my Mary Kay eye cream? You'll sell that, but they're not gifts. So I'm teaching you something completely different than this, but I am confident that what I'm teaching you, you're going to sell lots and lots and lots and lots of. So we're not going to do that bundle thing, okay? Because it doesn't fit the price because it doesn't fit the price points that sell, okay? Now, I told you you needed to double everything for a reason. We ran into some people out in California, and it was a director, actually. She found this wonderful little butterfly, and it was $5, and she had a little lip gloss on it. It was $14 for the body, and they were wonderful. And this lady came in, she loved them, so she sold them all on a discount. She gave her 25% off because she bought them all. And we figured out when she was done, she made $1 on each one. Because when you don't double your packaging and you give a 10% discount, you just gave it to her for 10% less than what you paid for it. You paid $3 minus 30, so now you just sold it to her for $2.80, and that's why you're not making any money, is because you're giving away what you paid for it. So you have to double everything. In all the years I've been doing this, no one said to me, where did you get those gloves? And I could buy them at Dollar General for $3. Go to Dollar General and make it. They don't do that. So they don't do that. And I don't give any discounts at Christmas time except for my open house. Because what you're giving them, they can't buy anywhere. You know, they can get sales everywhere, but they can't get a finished product from any department store. So think about it. There's not a single thing you buy in a department store can you come home and not have to do something to it, right? So that's what they're getting off of you. So everything is doubled, as long as it fits in that price point. So let's go about it a little bit further. My second thing that we sell a lot of, and I'm going to show it to you, two different versions. It's just this sock. This is a tall envelope box, so you're going to need lots of these. It's this sock, which is just a $2 sock that you could buy at Walmart or whatever. $2 sock with a leg energizer in it. That's the other thing I do is all my things have the same thing in it. They don't get to pick. We don't pick good. You know, you give women, my consultants, my customers don't even, when they had the different kinds of hand cream, they didn't even know what they had. They didn't even know where they had them, because I didn't tell them, because they would be there for an hour trying to pick between the mint one and the raspberry one. Yeah, has that one. You can come up and play with any of this stuff. So these socks were $2 hickey, $2. And then leg energizer is 10. So all my socks have leg energizers in them. All my gloves have hand creams. And I use unscented, but if they wanted something else, you could, it's easier just to open this up and put a hand cream in it than it is to give them a choice. You know what I mean? Yep. So if a lady says, can I have hand cream instead? Like, absolutely not a problem. Right. That I don't make half and half or any of that. Okay, so this guy, these are 2, so they would be 4. And the leg energizer is 10. Now this is $1. This box is 75 cents. So we charge, I cover the cost of that box on this because I can. I can't cover the box on this because it's too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're getting it. So this would be 10 and 4, 14. We sell these for 15. And I sell them all day long, so don't even. Now, what happens if you find a really cute pair of socks and it's $1? They're still 14. Yeah. Because later on, that like Tony got the steal of the century. We're not going to even. She's going to sell. They were $4. Now we'll go to this sock. This sock was $4 at Big Lots, and I absolutely love them. I thought they were so stinking cute. They have the little thingies on them. Isn't that adorable? And there's zebra ones and hot pink ones, and they're so super cute. And they were $4, so this would be 8, and my cream is 10, but I couldn't get another 70, I couldn't get another buck out of the box. So these we sold for 18, and I thought because, see, again, I'm only teaching you what I know. I thought because there was a difference that, you know, they wouldn't buy. Last year, I think we sold 70 some pairs of both these. I had this in one basket and I had this in another basket. They didn't care because they were so stupid cute. They don't care. It's still under $20. It's still a nice gift. You know, there's a grandma who gets to shop with you. Who, you know, she gives her money to her daughter. Oh, that's going to be me someday. When give my money to me. You can buy the gifts for the gift. And so they come to my house and they get to pick. They get. I mean, think about it. There's a huge. They have money. There's a huge category of women that you can make feel really good at Christmas time is grandmas, and so you encourage them to bring their elderly parents so they could buy their gifts. So I sell that. You know, they buy them for their nieces every year. I had a lady that bought these for all her caregivers, for her mother, keeping her mother at home, and there's like 12 caregivers. They bought it for that. So that's these. These are huge for me. That's my number 2 seller. Can you see in the back?
Yeah.
They do that. This is my number 2 seller, are socks and leg energizer. But a guy isn't gonna buy these for his secretary. That's not a gift for them. So, and you'll understand in a minute. Okay, that's that. Then, oh, here's the zebra one. There's the zebra one. Isn't that cute? On a silver box. And this one isn't finished because I'm gonna show you how to build that. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, this is all the stuff that we sell. Last year, now you can buy these and I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna be gone. I own these and they're on that sheet at the end. They're 5 1/4, they're texting gloves. And last year we brought in, and these, we brought in texting gloves. And, this is that little texting glove. And I sold 60 pair of these myself. I had all 3 colors. Now here's where we're talking about trends. So there's the 3, black's gone already. I bought every pair the company had last year and every pair they had this year. Texting isn't going out. I had, guys love this. I had a car dealership that came. See, I want you to, if you're smart, you're listening to the words that I'm saying. I had a car dealership that came because the girls shopped with me and they bought the boys so that they could have their private party. And the guys bought these for all their daughters and their wives and stuff like that. Because they got bling on them and they're retro and they're cute. And these are 5 1/4 and we sold these for $22 and I could not get enough. Could not get enough. Because I had sold them all to you guys, I could have sold more. We couldn't get enough. So I've already, my 50 are already made up. I brought in another 50 for this year. And the way we do it is, we put them on the long box again. We put them inside each other. And we use net so that we don't cover up the sparkles. Doesn't that look cute? So, and texting isn't going away. They're only gonna get bigger. So it's just cute, it's a great gift, so I sold tons of them. So that's the other thing we sold. Oh, like I said, the gloves were 5 1/4, so the gloves are 10, and hand cream in here is 10, and then we did cover the cost of this. So some of my girls sold them for 20, and some sold them for 22.
Where did you buy those texting gloves?
From me.
No, where?
From me.
You can buy them
Yeah.
from
That's
me.
what's on that list, from me. I bought every one the manufacturer had. And we have not been able to find
Okay.
texting gloves. We couldn't find texting gloves at Walmart or anywhere that were priced right. So if you can find them, but we couldn't find anything that was priced under that.
Did you say the black was sold out?
The black is sold out, but we have the red and we have the gray.
Do you put hand lotion in that
Yeah,
box?
yeah, this has a hand cream in it. And again, I want you to see something here. Well, the hand cream fit in a short box, yes, but the presentation, it's all about the presentation. And so when you have and I have this big zebra, it's a zebra soft kind of basket, and it's zebra fabric, and I had all these in this big zebra basket. Now we're gonna talk about quantities in a minute. The other thing that's a huge seller for me that jumps, well, let's go to keep at this price point. That's not me. I was at a thing that Gloria Mayfield was teaching, because I tell him not to call me. It was her life son. We have a girlfriend in California, Jennifer Clapp Saddle, that invented this little guy. And you take a lip balm, and you wrap it around a sock to look like a cupcake. This one's been trumped on in a suitcase. And you put in it, this is a large cupcake holder, and they're hard to find. I could only find this one pattern. You just tie it up real simple. So the socks, this sock was like a $2 sock, so I think we had $4 and $10 in the lip gloss. You don't have anything in the packaging. And when you put them on a cupcake tier, or you put them on a great big cake plate, you know, raised cake plate, they're so stupid
How much
cute.
were those?
14. You get, depending on what you get the sock for, but 14.
Is the cupcake holder like it's paper?
It's just a paper one. It's just a paper one, but these are the giant ones. These aren't standard size. They're the giant ones, and they're hard to find.
Wilton, if you look in the Wilton section, like at Walmart.
They have.
I got these at, no, I didn't get it at Walmart. They have giant ones?
Yeah, I did, my offspring director that did, sold a ton of those last year, and she taught me how to do it, and then I sold a bunch of them, and, that's where I got mine.
Okay, Walmart, Walton,
The Wilton.
Wilton.
Yeah, right.
So, and they're easy to make, they're cute, they're a great preteen gift. They become a great routine. After a great secret pal, the satin lip balm goes right in there, and that little white thing just sticks at the top like a cherry. And you know, this part here, you wrap it around this, it's just sticking up. It comes, so that becomes your little cherry, and then you just kind of wrap it around there.
One pair.
So we did them. This just cute.